So in a very simple nutshell, I came up with an idea that what if you could control a flying game inside your PC using your phone as a joystick. But then I thought there are multiple more people in the world. I mean, the last time I found out that there are over 8 billion people in the world, and I'm pretty sure that some of them must have thought the same thing. So I found simulators. Yeah, if I had that kind of money, I wouldn't be making YouTube videos. I would be inside the simulator permanently. So I hope that's convincing enough to tell you that I just want to make a game where you can control the primary plane using your phone as a joystick. So what we want is that when we rotate our phone like this, the plane also should go down. So we basically need to send the gyroscopic data from our phone to our PC using quaternions. I hope you're understanding because I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm just reading a ChatGPT prompt. So we can send the gyroscopic data to PC using Wi-Fi, but how exactly are we going to do that? Well, come on. So we are going to use something called C-sharp sockets, and I know what you're thinking. What are C-sharp sockets? Well, don't worry, I'm a professional game dev. I have zero idea. Seriously, I've been a game dev for 4+ years and I've never heard of that. So obviously I started reading about the C-sharp sockets first, right? So anyways, I made a new project, wrote the entire networking code, which was actually just a couple of lines, made the app and the PC side application. Alright, so connecting the mobile to PC, the phone should start sending gyroscopic input and PC should receive it. We will get the pitch, roll, yaw, and nothing. Okay, just a second, guys.
Why does cocaine feel so good?
What? I'm watching for research purposes.
So one bump could be your last.
Alright, back to work. So after rotating my phone in about 14 different directions, smashing my keyboard for an hour straight, and at one point just holding my phone to my monitor and just hoping for the best, it worked. The app is sending signals to the PC. We have a controller, people. It's a phone held sideways, but it's a controller. So now that we have the input, we need something to control. Foreshadowing? So I did what every great game developer does. I made a cube. That's right, friendship with beans is over. Cube is my new best friend. And then I added another cube for wings because, well, wings are just horizontal cubes, aerodynamically speaking, I think. Then I started writing the physics code, which I actually wrote myself, hashtag no AI by the way. And after mashing my keyboard for 5 more hours, we have flight. Pitch, roll, yaw. Does our plane have rear stabilizers? No. Does it have ailerons? Technically no. Do I know what ailerons are? Yes. But we have flight. Alright, but flying a cube by rotating a phone in weird ways is only fun for like the first 20 minutes? What will be the main plane?
Satellite imagery dropped showing 130 plus IRGC fast attack boats.
Alright, if there's one thing you need to know about me is that I love this machine, the A-10 Warthog, and I really want to fly this thing, and we can't because it's illegal or classified or the Air Force were being giant nerds. I don't know, I didn't read the full email. So I took some inspiration from this model that I found on Sketchfab, and as you know, freedom increases when you share it with people, and bada bing bada boom, our A-10 can fly. They grow up so fast. Now, the A-10 is not really known for being a plane. It's known for being a gun with some plane attached around it. And so I also added bombs that you can drop, missiles with lock and fire, and of course, the GAU Avenger. And just like that, our gun with some plane around it can actually fly and shoot using my phone. This is the best thing I've ever made. And after making proper targeting UI for both bombs and missile locks, I also used object pooling for bullets so your computer doesn't explode after shooting thousands of bullets per minute. And finally, I also added the ability to look around when you're in the cockpit view mode, so after dropping bombs and missiles, you can look at their hits. So now that we have a flying gun with some plane attached around it, what's the actual gameplay going to be like? Well, now look, I always try to
Stay out of politics!
So let's just say hypothetically we have a flying tank killer and we need something for it to shoot at. So based purely on information from reporters who definitely know what's going on,
Up to the Iraqi people, or I'm sorry, the Iranian people, to choose their next leader.
yeah, let's turn our current war situation into a game. And I know that seems insensitive, but come on, I am a game dev, I don't have any feelings. And also, don't worry, you won't be bombing any school in this game, so it's not realistic. Anyway, we got this huge ocean, don't ask questions about it, but we need something to take off of. So, an aircraft carrier, which I definitely made myself with some inspirations from an online model. And just like that, A-10 is now a carrier-based plane, which is not real. A-10 is not a carrier-based plane, but it's a game. Like I said, you also can't bomb school in this game, so it's not realistic. Alright, so what's going to be the primary target of the game? Well, boats, obviously. We're gonna use boats, and also drones because, well, why not? And a couple of inspirations later, we have both an attack boat and a drone. And after mashing my keyboard for an hour, the boats will patrol and move randomly in a group and will start shooting at the Warthog when it comes to range. So of course I had to make the damage functionality for A-10 as well, and there isn't any actual health bar, but once enough damage accumulates, the plane will be destroyed. And I also added some regeneration capabilities for the A-10 because, well, why not? And after that, I programmed the drones and they just had to find a specific target and just try to get as close to it as possible and then explode. Shooting them down with Avenger is possible, but it's very difficult, so you need to use your missiles. But remember, you only have 4 of them. And just like that, we have our enemies. Now, I ended up making 3 missions. The first one is simple, destroying a boat group, and you can use any armament you want, but then drones will arrive, so you have to shoot them down as well. And since I want some way to rearm your plane, you can just return to your carrier when you're in between the mission, and your plane will be rearmed. And just like that, that's our first mission. After shooting down your drones, you have to return back to your base and the mission will end. The second one is at night and the cannon looks awesome at night. So you basically need to defend a tanker for some time, for a specific amount of time, and of course you have to destroy drones and boats in the process. And finally, you have to destroy an enemy carrier along with its boats, and this time the drones are pointed at you, and just 2 drone strikes are enough to take down the A-10. So yeah, it's pretty fun. And finally, I added the sweet chimes of Avenger cannons, some simple engine sounds and a simple BGM, and of course the weapon change sounds. And I don't know, I've never heard those sounds before. Then I made a menu where you can select whether you want to play with phone or phone as a stick or not, and to be honest, playing with stick is a bit difficult, but once you get used to it, it feels awesome. And also you can fire weapons from the phone button as well, so it feels really great. So just like that, we built a game controlled by my phone with actual gyroscope input on an engine that I broke 14 different times with code that I definitely wrote myself. So is it a AAA title? Nah. Is it free? 100%. All the links are in the description. Did I fly an A-10 Warthog with a phone that I bought 3 years ago? Close enough. And just like that, another project in the bag. Thank you so much for watching, and before signing out, all the links are in the description. You can check them out. Of course, like I said, it's 100% free. And before I forget, a huge thanks to you for 1000 subscribers. I know that's not enough, especially in today's times, but yeah, like I never actually thought this would happen, so yeah, it is a big deal for me. Thank you so much for that, and yeah, cheers and peace, and keep making awesome stuff.